Yamaha did it. They released a new Modx M. Was I right? Stay tuned to the end. We're going to stack up my render that I put out about 2 months ago, predicting what they would do, and let's see if I was right or wrong. Alright, so let's dig in. So it's a Tuesday night, and I'm working on my next video, and I'm scrolling through YouTube, and to my surprise, I see a video from Bo Beats, and I had to read the title once or twice, or even 4 or 5 times. It was the Modx M. I couldn't believe it. So shout out to Mo Beats. Check out his video. Awesome. So I went to Yamaha's website, and to my surprise, yes, they did release this new keyboard. And check out my friend also, Eric Wortham II. He's one of the best pianists in the world. So let's check out what's new with the MODXM. Redesigned. They did a total body redesign of this keyboard. So if you look from a top-down view, you'll see that there's a little curve to the edges of the side panels, but if you look from the side view, you see that there's like a diamond shape to the end caps. It's almost like a matte finish as well, so it's a pretty cool looking keyboard. Next, the MODXM has more controls. They actually have 8 sliders. Now, I did not see this coming. I thought they would stick with 4, but no, they gave us 8 sliders. Yeah, so they gave us 8 faders, and then above the faders, they kept those knobs to 4. They gave us 4 pedal inputs, but they did something that I did predict, which was that they were going to put 6 display knobs under the display, and that gives us a crazy amount of control. Next, they improved the key bed. Now, this was probably the most requested upgrade. All right, the original MODX and the MODX Plus, the key bed was really, it was the weakest element. They improved it. And so with the 76 key and 61 key, they actually give us the FSB key bed. So that's their latest key bed. That's actually the key bed that's in the Yamaha CK61. And as far as the 88 key, they gave us the GHS again, but they refined it. So pretty much the same experience that you'll find on the CK is what you'll find on the new MODXM. Next, they gave us more storage. They doubled the amount of memory for the onboard sounds from 5.68 gigs to 10.7 gigs. But they gave us a slight bump for the user flash memory, which is 1.9 gigs. Next, software version. I did not expect this. They gave us the software version of the MODXM, which means that you can take your laptop, all right, and leave your MODXM at home. Take any keyboard controller and play as if you had the keyboard with you. So this is a very generous thing they did, and so this is something I'm shocked by. But you will have to wait to early 2026 to get your hands on that software. Next up, they gave us the ANX engine, which is probably a no-brainer to some right now. I have to mention that. And what about the polyphony? They gave us 12 notes of polyphony. I thought they would give us less. I thought they would give us like 6, but no, they gave us 12. So they're really, so Yamaha is really making this a tough keyboard to beat. So overall polyphony, we're looking at 128 for the AMW2 engine, 128 for the FMX engine, and 12 for the ANX engine. So what do you notice here compared to the flagship? Well, it's a lot less than the flagship. The flagship altogether is 400 notes of polyphony. This is 268. So what you're missing here is they're taking the AWM2 engine and the polyphony of the user and the memory, they're putting it together. So you're going to share 128 with the user and the memory together. All right, so here's some other features I think that are worth mentioning. They put a keyboard hold button. I didn't see that coming. We now have a portamental knob, a virtual ribbon because there's no physical ribbon, but there's a virtual one. There's no USB volume knob, but instead they assigned a slider to that function. Now, every presenter I've seen so far said that the screen resolution seems to be higher. There's no numbers out there, but the screen looks better. We now have 128 elements per slider, so that makes it a lot easier when you're trying to layer those complicated sounds. Now for Was I Right? Let's see. I stacked up the real MODXM on top and the fake one, the one that I predicted, on the bottom. Let's see how close I was. Now going left to right, Like I said, I did not think that they would add the hold button or portamento, but they did, and so that's something I missed. They actually stacked a lot more on the left side of this keyboard. They gave us 8 sliders. I got that wrong. I said 4. They actually gave us also 8 part buttons at the bottom. They gave us, well, they stuck with 4 knobs on top. I got that right. Now, if we move to the super knob, I got that prediction right, which was I said they'll put the 3 buttons, you know, the mid button in the middle, and they did that for us. Now, I totally missed on the seam buttons. They gave us 8 seam buttons. Like I said, the left side is totally stacked. I got the knobs at the bottom of the screen right. They gave us 6 endless encoders at the bottom. Now to the right, I got everything wrong on the right side of this board. I didn't catch anything. I thought they would put the matrix thing there, but they didn't do it. And the labeling on the side, I guess I got that kind of right. the Modx M. That's my stack up there. So I had a lot of fun trying to predict that. Now let's look at the price. I'm actually pretty shocked to see that they're giving us all of this. And right now, a few stores, Guitar Center has their prices up. I think Craft Music has their prices up. And $1,800 for the 61 key version of this. All the stuff they're giving us, and when we think about the tariffs, everything that's going on, I think that price is fair for all that they're giving you on this board. The 76 key is $2,000, and then the 88 key is $2,500. So those prices are pretty close to what the last generation was. And like I said, this is a very, very hard value proposition to beat. Before this came out, I said that the Phantom O was the best keyboard for the value. But now this now has taken that spot. I know that we don't have the drum pads on the right side. There's space for it here. Well, at least on the 88 key version. So that sequencer, I don't know how nice it is now, but I think besides the sequencer element, everything else, yeah, this is a hard keyboard to beat for the value. All right, so Yamaha did it. Thank you for tuning in to Key Breakthrough. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, comment on what you think about this new MODXM. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.